Are you tired of struggling to communicate effectively in professional settings? Do you want to improve your business English conversational skills and feel confident in meetings and negotiations? In this video, we'll share essential tips and tricks for clear expression, asking questions, responding to inquiries, and participating in meetings. Watch now and take your communication skills to the next level. Greetings, colleagues. I'm Timothy Barrett. Welcome to the 4 Business English Rundown. This is a channel for professionals all over the world who want to improve their communication skills in English. In this video, we'll help to improve your business English conversation skills. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced learner, this video will provide you with useful tips and tricks for effective communication in professional settings. So let's get started. Clear expression. The first tip for improving your business English conversation skills is to focus on expressing yourself clearly. This means using simple language, avoiding jargon or technical terms, and being concise. To practice this, try summarizing complex ideas or tasks in a few sentences. You can also record yourself speaking and listen back to identify areas where you can improve. Of course, this is especially important if you work in a technical field and often deal with non-technical people. So you really need to practice how to explain something that's very complex, very technical, but explain it in a very simple way that other people can understand. Or perhaps you can explain the technical problems, the technical issues in your language, but you have trouble explaining that in English. So this is definitely an area that you want to practice. How do you say it in your language, but also how do you explain that in English? Using the technical terms or specific lexicon to a certain field can be much more difficult than general everyday English. So something you want to practice. Asking questions. Another important aspect of effective communication is asking questions. In business settings, it's common to ask for clarification, confirm understanding, or solicit opinions, ask for opinions. To do this effectively, make sure to use polite language, such as, "Could you please clarify?" or "May I ask your opinion on?" Could you explain that a little bit further? You can also practice different types of questions, such as open-ended questions that encourage discussion, or closed questions that require a specific answer. An example of an open-ended question might be, "What do you think about," or "What would the possibility of," and then continue the sentence. A closed question might be, "When can we start?" or "When will this be finished?" Or asking for a very specific answer. "How much will this cost?" Or "How long will it take to do this?" Or yes and no answers. "Is this possible?" "Can we finish on time?" "Do you think they'll agree to this?" Responding to inquiries. So responding to inquiries, answering questions, is also crucial in business English conversations. Whether it's answering a client's question or responding to a client's email, it's important to do so in a timely and professional manner. To practice this, try responding to sample inquiries and focus on using clear and concise language. You can also practice active listening skills, such as summarizing what the other person has said or asking follow-up questions. We have another video on active listening. If you haven't watched that one, check it out now. I'll try to put it right here somewhere. Participating in meetings and negotiations. The final tip for improving your business English conversation skills is to confidently participate in meetings and negotiations. This means being prepared, actively engaging in discussions, and using appropriate language for different situations. To practice this, try role-playing different scenarios with a partner or group. You can also watch videos or read articles on effective meeting and negotiation strategies. In the bonus tip, to improve your conversational skills, practice speaking out loud to yourself. Discuss different things, especially about your specific field. If you have an important client meeting tomorrow, when you're home alone tonight, practice that conversation. Speak out loud. What will you say to the client? Obviously, you don't know exactly what they're going to say, which is going to change what you say, but you can try to role play that dialogue. For example, prepare how will you start the conversation? What points do you want to bring up first? And then, practice going through what you want to discuss. And also think about what questions he might or she might ask you. Be ready for those questions. If put yourself in your client's shoes, what would they want to know about? Or what weaknesses do you have in your presentation, in your argument, in your explanation? And then how would you explain that in the best way that you can? And of course, you want to try to answer as many questions as you can in your normal presentation or your normal talk, but you can't answer every possible question. Otherwise you're going to be talking for far too long. But if you practice answering different questions and you get used to discussing those different questions, and especially if they're technical terms, in your field, in your company, whatever you're going to discuss, the more you practice those terms and phrases and make up sentences to answer different questions, then when you do have that client meeting the next day, you're going to be much better prepared. That's it for our tips on improving your business English conversation skills. Remember to focus on expressing yourself clearly, asking questions, responding to inquiries, and participating in meetings and negotiations. With practice, you'll become more confident and effective in your professional communication. Now watch this next video on active listening. But before you go, conquer that like button and make it ours. Work hard today and enjoy tomorrow.